Today is Monday, and it is one of those days where I find myself, where am I going to start with this today? Actually, it's good news. Today is going to be an exceedingly busy day unless some people don't turn up. First of all, Boaty will be coming along. Not only Boaty, but Joe Cox to pick up the car known as Michael Jackson. And then George is actually going to come along with a chap and a trailer to take away the 820. And then, believe it or not, Steve Berry's coming along to take away that TF. This is going to be quite something else. First of all, I need to deal with Michael Jackson. Whilst I have no idea what time Steve Berry will turn up, I do with George, and that will be maybe an hour. As for Michael Jackson, also maybe about an hour, but he does need a wash. There is an issue with the heater control knob, which I haven't had a chance to get around to doing. But there's absolutely no excuse for letting this car go out of the yard dirty. I know what you're thinking. Doesn't really look any different, does it? The thing is, that was just a quick wash because it was covered in a film of yard dirt that gets everywhere and stays everywhere until you wash it off. Now Joe was at least a professional valeter, and I know he's going to have this clean to a standard that only I can dream of, and it would almost be an insult to start trying to make this look as good as he could do it. So I probably should just leave it to him. Anyway, it is now sausage time. Sausage time. Sausage time. Yummy! This is the start of people turning up. George has turned up in his newly acquired Rover 75. Yep. You can tell whose car it is. Bing dong. Some sort of notification going on. There's going to be bings and dongs all day, I suspect. Hello, hello, hello. Oh shit, you're joking? Where? Oh, bollocks. Which car are you in? Well, to add to the complications of today, now we have a big delay because Boaty has broken down on the M67. And I would repeat that, but I said that clear enough. That just means it could be a bit longer. He's waiting for his breakdown people who said that they will be there within the hour or possibly longer. One of the coolant pipes has burst on the MG TF called, forgot what it's called now, but anyway, so yeah, it could be quite a bit longer. The disappointing reality of this, of course, though, is he's bringing Joe along and he may end up here on the back of a recovery truck, leaving his MG TF here for me to deal with whilst Joe goes away in this, meaning it's not one car out of the yard. It's one car out and one back in again. So I'm sincerely hoping that the AA patrolman that turns up has some of that self-amalgamating tape and can fix the hose and then just put some more coolant in and there we go. It's a temporary fix. Otherwise, it's a big letdown, isn't it? And here we have a recovery truck going to take George's car away. A moment that you thought would never happen. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So that is part 1 over and gone to plan. Part 2 on the other hand, no it hasn't. To be properly clear, it hasn't. To recap, Boaty and Joe are on their way here from Chesterfield to collect a car called Michael Jackson, and for Joe to have the pleasure of buying us lunch. There's the car. The car's ready, but it has indeed broken down on the M67. And when I say broken down, I mean sprung a leak. And without coolant, we all know what happens to engines. You've got to stop. You can't carry on driving them. The breakdown recovery man has been, inspected it, and he hasn't got the part because it's not just a pipe. So that means that this is going to be delayed quite a bit while he waits for recovery, and he's going to be recovered here, which isn't really what I want. But, and here's the but, the small pipe that's broken is actually a little plastic T-junction, which is that. How fortunate that the last time I had to take an engine out of a Rover 25, I kept every single pipe. The only thing is going to be a bit of a wait. It delays things an awful lot for me here. So, hello? Yes. Is that my wife? Hiya. This is your husband. I've got some news for you. Hello?
Apparently it's a 4-way, not a 3-way.
Oh, bollocks! Right, okay. Okay, right, I'll have another look.
Okay, mate, sorry about that. We're at Morrison's now.
Is that Boaty?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello? Yes, it is. 4:15. I was supposed to be having lunch bought for me, and I went and cooked some sausages, and I thought, I tell you what, I'll do without. Don't worry about me, I'll just have sausages. But now I've nearly eaten them all, and actually I'm quite hungry. So it's not going to work, is it? Well, whilst waiting for Boaty to be rescued, I decided to do a little easy job on Zomberic, and that is to remove the mud flaps. So Nigel can have some mud flaps. Mud flaps. Flap, flap, flap like a birdie, flapping away, hey, hey. It's only right that Zomberic leaves something behind for the main car of the yard. It doesn't stop there either. You see, I've had a few people starting to ask for things off of this car. This, for example. And now we're about to approach the end of this rather exciting video. I've managed to fix Boaty's car, as you saw, Boaty's sat there looking useless, and Joe Cox is here, and Joe is the
Don't
on.
call him Joe Cox.
Joe
He
Cox.
doesn't like it.
Joe Cox.
No.
Joe Cox has bought me some beer, and a Martin, Cornish beer. Well, I've had that before.
Oh yes, he does. Mustard loves me. Oh yes,
Good cup of tea.
he does.
Right, off you go.
Mustard loves me.
Clear off, pal.
Yes, he does. Thank you.
See you, chaps.